You talked, Hamish, about, my experience when I first got elected to Parliament. I just had a baby, so 8 weeks after I'd had my first child, I was elected to federal Parliament. I was 11, actually. When you've just had a baby, your body's like conditioned to avoid dangerous environments and conflict. And I found myself, lo and behold, in the middle of question time. You cannot imagine what it feels like experiencing question time on the floor of the chamber. It's almost like a physical assault. And you're just sitting there thinking, I can't believe that we're meant to be setting an example for the rest of the community, and this is how we conduct a public debate. I mean, your primary school students would be sent to the principal's office if they went anywhere near what happens every day in question time.
You wouldn't let your people watch that stuff, I can tell you now, no way.
But I just raise question time because it's a really important thing to understand. Politics doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be this bad. But we've constructed an institution that made sense 50 years or so ago, and we need to move with the times. Like, it is abundantly obvious that the public is demanding more from us, so let's change. It's within our power to do it. So you talked about a National Integrity Commission, Jackie. That's something that I'm very much in favour of.
Yeah, we want one with teeth, though, not what the Labor Party wants. We want someone absolute chops.
Right. We'll get
Look
into
out,
that.
jaws.
I don't want a gumboot thrown at me, so... But I just make the point that there are lots of things that we can actually do to fix the situation. The first thing we've got to do is acknowledge there's a problem, and I think that's where we're at.
But Katie, Alan is nodding while you describe this sort of physical experience. So it seems like maybe you agree on this.
Well, I think with regards to the physical experience, I don't know, maybe I don't mind the drama of question time, because in some ways it's a drama that's played out in a very contested space. But if you look back at all of the, House of Lords and the House of Commons for hundreds of years, there's been this contested space. So I hear what you're saying, you'd like to have it changed, but most people don't see that as the main part of business in Parliament.
Sorry, I don't agree with that, because I think if you ask a lot of people in the audience, that's their touchstone for what federal politics is. That's their main experience of federal politics, is people, grown adults, yelling at each other across a table. I mean, if you were seriously designing a deliberative process from scratch, you wouldn't go anywhere near something like this. And I worry not just for the perception that it gives you as individuals about what we are as politicians, but how it affects the whole culture of the way politics is conducted. Because here's the centrepiece of our democracy, and it's conflict, it's ambition, it's people disrespecting each other, people mocking one another. Of course that bleeds into how we conduct our business as politicians.
But in a sense, parts of Australia were quite shocked when they saw citizens shouting at the Prime Minister during the bushfires. In fact, the world was shocked to some degree. Is that different, do you think, to what goes on in Parliament?
Why is it any different? To them, it's acceptable behaviour because they're watching it on TV 5 days a week, 19 weeks a year. Yeah. To them, this is what I mean. The way we present ourselves at the top trickles down to the rest of society, and they say, if it's okay up there, it's okay down here.